Um, if you're new to this page, what you may or may not know is that prior to starting the Louise Stevens Business Coach page, I actually had a different Facebook page for my business, which had roughly around 8,000 likes and followers, right? And a couple months ago, I decided that I was going to close that page down and unpublish it and start a new one. And a lot of people would think, what? Why would you do that? Why would you spend so much time building a Facebook business page with all of these likes to then turn around and close it down to start again? Um, and this leads into how I now have, I think there's 37 page likes and maybe 43 followers, right? There's a small variance. So this will lead into that. And I'm going to share with you some of the reasons why I attract more paying clients now than I ever did when I had 8,000 plus followers. So why did I shut that page down? I shut that page down because although I had an amazing following, it wasn't filled with my ideal customer and client. I had started that page many years ago, back when I think I was probably in network marketing. I may have thought a bit more around, how I was going to be growing and things like that. And over the last, gosh, I don't know how many years it was that I was, when I first kind of started dabbling in making money outside of my corporate job, um, I had many variations. So there were lots of changes, lots of redefinement, lots of evolution going on. And along the way, I attracted different people to come along and follow my page. And not all of them were right for the business that I now have. Some of them followed me like back when I was doing more health and self-love type of coaching. Obviously when I was involved with different types of network marketing businesses, then the pages would be specific for that. And then along the way, I then went into business coaching, which is obviously what this page is all about. But over the duration of that time, I had lots of people kind of come along and follow based on it being appealing to them. But as I evolved and as my page evolved, not everyone kind of evolved with me. So the outcome of that was, yes, it looked beautiful. There were 8,000 people following me along, and if you went along and had a look at it, you're like, oh my goodness, she must know what she does, she must have lots of clients, blah blah blah, because for some reason we have this vanity metric around likes. But the truth is that my engagement was so low that it was actually like hurting my business. It was killing my business, especially online. And it was killing my business online because it didn't matter how much I showed up, it didn't matter how great my posts were, it didn't matter, the value that I was delivering on that page. If people weren't engaging, then the algorithm, which we all know is a big fan of you if you can just keep people online, it was seeing my content as not being very good, so therefore it wasn't getting in front of the right people's faces, and it also wasn't getting in front of my followers or my likes faces because there was such a low lack of engagement and interest in the content. So I had sat on it for probably, God, maybe 18 months, trying different things to see whether I could get that engagement up, whether I could get my work in front of the right people, and, and become a favorite of the algorithm, so to speak. But it didn't matter what I did, nothing was kind of changing, and I got to a point where it was like, well, I either keep on trying or I cut my losses, I close that page, I start again, and I build a whole new, engaged, authentic, an audience that is in alignment with what I now do, and deliver amazing content to them and focus on driving engagement, not so much focused on likes like I had been in the past. So ultimately, obviously, I decided to go ahead and shut that page down and start all over again, which is why we're here. And can I just say, on a side note, one of the best things I've ever done, like absolutely loving having a whole new, fresh, blank page with people who are interested in what I do and how I can help them, and and share information like this to be able to share value with the right people. So, how does that mean that I have attracted more paying clients to my business now that I have 37 likes as opposed to 8,000? Well, don't mind me while my dog's going off. Panda, come here. Well, you see, the thing is that when we focus more on delivering the right content to our ideal customers or clients on the social platform, we give that content the best opportunity to be seen by the right people, but also be engaged with by the right people. So, our products and services solve a particular problem. So, when when we're growing our business pages based on that product and that service and building trust and relationships and how we solve problems either with that product or service, naturally the right people want to come along and like our page and follow and do all the great things like go to our websites or message us or comment or whatever it is that we're asking our engaged audience to be able to do. Now, when you have smaller followings, naturally you're able to really keep those people engaged really, really well while still continuing to grow it. But you're delivering the best content to those people and they absolutely love it. And it's the right content to that target market. And it doesn't matter how many people you have that come along and like your page, right? Can I just make that very clear? Likes does not equal money. I attract more money into my business now with 37 page likes than I did when I had 8,000 plus page likes. So I'm not joking. This is very literal, hand on heart, being very honest. So I just want to debunk the myth that if you've got thousands of likes on your page, then you must be making lots of money. You may have thousands of likes on your page, but if those likes or those people aren't engaged and you're not your right people, then naturally you're not going to be converting any of them into paying customers or clients. Right, capiche? Capiche. So I'm a really big fan. So I often get asked, Lou, how do I grow my page followers? And my response is always, you need to get out there and talk to people for them to know that you exist so that they can come back and see what you're all about and decide whether they want to like and follow along with the business that you run and the product or the service that you offer. So in order to attract people to engage with us, we have to engage most of the time first. If we go to a party and we walk in and we don't talk to anyone, not too many people are going to talk to us, right? Whereas if we walk in confidently and talk to people, people are going to gravitate to our energy. They're going to be a part of the conversation and we can make friends. And it's exactly the same in the space on Facebook. There is no magic secret pill in terms of growing followings with the right people overnight. It is through consistent action, showing up consistently on your page, talking to your product, to your ideal customers and clients, correctly addressing those problems, how your product and service helps, whilst also combining, the mixture of information about you and why you do what you do and behind the scenes and things like that. And then you get out there into the bigger world of, say, Facebook and you engage, and naturally people are going to want to know who you are. And if they're the right person, then they'll come along and follow. And then through that consistent content, they're then going to start potentially turning into paying customers and clients with you. But based on experience, this is where like ladders, right? If you've ever seen a post either on a news feed or in a group where it's like, right, let's like each other pages and drop them below. I hate them. Every time I see a post like that with a like ladder, I literally want to comment on it and say, you're all committing suicide in your business. I understand that we want to have wonderful likes. I understand we want to have an amazing social presence. But if we're getting people to like our pages that aren't the right people, then it actually hurts us in getting the content out to the right people. And we're going to really struggle to turn anybody into a paying customer or client. And a lot of work's going to have to go into that and a lot of money for paid ads to get in front of the right people. So my recommendation to everyone that is wanting to attract more paying customers and clients on Facebook, it is firstly to look at the content that you are posting and is it very literally hitting your ideal customer and client? Because 99.9% of the time people come to me and ask me why they're not attracting paying customers and clients is because their content isn't in alignment with how their product or service actually helps anyone, and then there's no call to actions to get the engagement kind of flowing. Now, if that is happening, then I guess you have to look at your follow. Then you have to get out there, and start actually networking to build relationships to get the right people to come back. Then through that awesome content that you're sharing, you will start to generate interest. People will go to your e-commerce site, people will message you, people will go to your shop. All of the right behaviors start happening based on those two factors. So it's not the amount of people that like your page that means you're going to be making thousands of dollars. It is the amount of right people that follow along and like your page and like what your product and service is all about that determines how many are going to start being turned into paying customers and clients for you. So if you are focusing on growing a really big following through like letters, through asking all your friends and family to come along and like your page, I don't know, through just basically attempting to attract the wrong people, it's going to look really pretty, and short term you're going to feel great, long term you're going to feel like shit. And I've been in that place, and I can tell you that it's horrible, and it's really sad when you have to shut down one profile to then start all over again. So I guess I wanted to share that today because I'm often asked from people, that's probably one of the number one questions: how do I grow my following so that I can convert more of them into paying people? My advice is to focus on connecting with the right people, posting content to the right people, and then getting out in front of the right people so that they then can come along and follow and convert. So, any questions, you know what to do. Go to the comment box and drop them below. Alternatively, you are welcome to send me a message at any time. Let me know what your biggest challenge is right now and how I can potentially, and we can have a chat how I can help you overcome that. Either option is perfect if you don't feel confident writing a comment. But I guess, the main thing is that you actually reach out and ask for help. No question is silly. If you don't know the answer, then that's why I'm here, because I didn't know the answers either until I went down the journey of learning them. And I guess, I love being able to help all of you guys. So any questions that you've got, please make sure you reach out so that we can keep the conversation going. So have a wonderful day. Enjoy putting together your marketing plans that is going to get, your current followers really excited to be a fan of your page, and then start getting out in front of the right people to be able to continue to grow. We'll have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.